to share with our listeners today? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? And I'm not talking about your emotions per se, but as a mother, I know that you're fierce about your children. How are you today when it comes to your children?
Well, to be honest, I can say I am more protective than before with them, and being being there more because I'm not working as one, and two, I take them to school, I bring them back at home, I send them up absolutely nowhere with nobody. If they have to go anywhere, either me or the father,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, the three of them went out with family members, with
Right.
the grandmother. She called and asked to take them there. And 20 something persons are there, and nobody can say if she was called, if she turned left, she turned right. And as a humble child as she was, she deserves better. She deserves justice because everything was there, played out right there. Like you come, persons come to poolside to swim or whatever, and a child is missing. Instead of you having people search, okay, you search the pool, she's not there. Search the entire compound, search the building. No. The officers came there to protect the building. You know? So that is something that this country needs to do better in when it comes to the Guyana police force. Not because this person might know people or you know somebody, you're getting a little, what is called, bribe on you one side, you're going to do as they say. You understand? You come to protect a building rather than to search for a missing child. Rather than to get this child back to her family. You know, many times I just sit down up to tonight and I was asking myself, I was wonder if Adrianna heard that we were out there looking
Mm,
for her. Or, because she wasn't in that pool. She was not in that pool. And I say, even if they're saying, oh, she drowned. Where did she drown? How did she drown? Who drowned her? Because I saw a cotton wool in her nose. So how is it possible? You understand? And you're supposed to be protecting children, but me see the protection no way.
mm.
I ain't seen it nowhere here. I
So
ain't
would you
seen
say
it nowhere
you're
here.
more, sorry, go
It
ahead.
isn't safe. There's not right. There's not safe. That is not right. That is not right at all, and it's not something easy to live with.
Mm,
Knowing of all the wrongs that was done, of all the wrongs that was played out, and everybody's just free. Everybody just going
yeah.
about their life normal, like nothing happened. Nothing happened.
So, would you say that this has made you overprotective of the
Pretty
two
much.
children?
Pretty
Mm,
much. Pretty much, because let me say, for example, Gabriella just walk out the house to come down to the back, and I don't know, I just start go hysterical
mm,
because there is still
yes.
there is still a fear in me, and I can't even say when they're gonna come out to me. There's something
Right.
in me already,
Right.
right? That I can, and my son, he literally goes nowhere. I can go anywhere and come home back, and he say, "Mommy, I want to go. I can stay home." He don't go
Wow.
nowhere.
the trauma.
He
Have you
literally
guys
goes
had
nowhere.
have you
Yes.
guys had any therapy? Yeah.
Yes.
No, no, we haven't had, but I was planning to get one very soon. With this
Mm.
welfare officer here, I was planning to get one because he don't go anywhere. He don't feel comfortable leaving the house to go. Like if you say, I'm going to Bridnupor or going to town, come back, he don't want to go, he would stay home. Even right at Fortune, he don't want to go, he would stay home.
Wow.
Even if it's he alone, he ain't coming out the house.
See, condolences to the family, buddy. You see how persons are still traumatized because of the craziness that others would have perpetrated, right? Everybody gone back on the post, everybody placed billing back, and you still got to deal with the trauma. The child still don't even want to go outside, right? The world suddenly don't seem as something that he wants to engage at that young age. When you hear about them things, it's just put you in a rage. And you just ask yourself, if it's a game people playing, they acting out some, this was really going on. Because we're hearing about this inquest that's about to go down, right? When is it starting? And what will be the findings that's going to come from this? If you want to make sure you stay updated with all of those details and even more, hit the subscription button. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe, but it will keep you connected with everything that's trending in Guyana and in the diaspora. So make sure you subscribe to Delta 9 Media. Let's get some more coming in from Adriana's mom.
Wow.
As the
Mm.
Guyana Police Force gave you any form of evidence pertaining to this matter? Has they ever surfaced anything at all in the whereabouts of how this child
No,
ended in this school?
no, we haven't gotten anything from them. Besides, when we came back, they took statements from us. We haven't got anything from them.
Mhm.
Wow.
Well, actually, some of the questions I wanted
We
to
haven't
ask
got
her,
anything.
I already wanted to ask her. You ladies would have asked her already, but I'm going to be coming back to you in a short while, Miss Amicia. But we do want to welcome the advocate, Miss Jamila, who is really passionate about this situation. And I know she has a lot to say. So I'm going to go to her and invite her into the conversation. Then I'm going to go back to Miss Amicia. Jamila, good evening and welcome to the Gigi Show.
Good evening, my dear darling Gigi. Thank you so kindly for having me here this evening with a group of wonderful, compassionate women. And not only that, I am so honored to be here with my darling Amasia Young. I have a deep passion. I feel like she's my daughter. This is how I feel based on what transpired on April 23rd into April 24th, 2025 at the Graveyard Double Day Hotel. The whole world saw it. It was an unjust injustices to our
Mm-hmm.
princess, 11-year-old Adrianna Young. Adrianna Young should be alive today, rather to be oh man, when you think about that, she should be alive today, enjoying life with her mommy, her daddy, her siblings, her uncles, the entire
Mm-hmm.
family, rather than
Mm-hmm.
some monster or monsters snuff the life of our princess and put the whole entire world, not only in Guyana, the whole world was affected by the loss
Yes.
of our 11-year-old Princess Adriana Young. At
Mhm.
this point, we are into April the
Mm-hmm.
28th, 2026, and not one person was held accountable for our princess demise. No, There is a law enforcement in place in the entire of Guyana that is responsible for making sure and ensuring that whoever was responsible for the demise of our beautiful princess should be held accountable. Now let's take a walk back because prior to the 24th, I became very sad because I know the day was approaching and the feelings came back all over again. And I'm thinking, how is my darling Amacia going to handle this? I met Amacia. Okay, so I was able to see her aura in spite of being in a sad situation. She embraced me. She showed love through her eyes. So I know that she's a loving, kind, compassionate woman, a citizen of the world and Guyana, and she did not deserve this unjust injustices. It should have never happened. Like Amicia said, Princess Adrianna left with her grandma to go on an outing. Here we say picnic, a day picnic by graveyard, double day hotel. She never made it back. But the whole world saw the day up when her daddy of the century, Sir Brian Young, had to dive in a swimming pool to retrieve his baby unalive. She wasn't there the night before. We saw it. I saw Critic, whatever that man name, I saw his live video of the surrounding the entire pool. I saw everything. Our princess was never deceased in that swimming pool.
I'm telling you. Persons are highlighting it internationally and locally. What are your views, Delta 9 travelers? What are your views about these recent updates coming in from persons on the case of Adrianna Young? More than a year and no justice. More than 1 year now. No justice.